I'm still reading out of the Truth in Lending Act. Happen to be in the section about closing disclosures, which relates to, all real estate secured transactions with the exception of timeshares and negative reverse mortgages, I should say. I hope to be ending soon. Right now, I'm in the disclosures within the closing disclosure that have to be made for regarding partial payments and the policy of the bank, whether if periodic payments that are less than the full amount due are accepted. And in that case, a statement from the creditor that the lender may accept partial payments and apply them to the consumer's loan. Whether periodic payments that are less than the full amount due are accepted but applied to the loan unless the consumer pays the remainder of the full amount due. A statement that the lender in these cases may hold partial payments in a separate account under the remainder of the payment and is paid and then apply the full payment to the loan. Or if payments that are less than the full amount due are not accepted, a statement that the lender does not accept partial payments, and a statement that if the loan is sold, the new lender may have a different policy. Security interest disclosures in the closing disclosure. That a statement that the consumer is granting a security interest in the property, including the address and the zip code, and the statement that the consumer may lose the property if the consumer does not make the required payments or satisfy other requirements under the legal obligation. Within the escrow account disclosure -current, under the reference for now, a statement that an escrow account may also be called an impound or trust account, and whether the creditor has established or will establish an escrow account in connection with the transaction that will be paid using escrow account funds. B, a statement that the creditor may be liable for penalties and interest if the creditor does not pay any cost for which the escrow account is established. And C, a statement that the consumer would have to pay the cost directly in the absence of an escrow account. D, a table that itemizes the following for the first year of the escrow. E, a total amount the consumer will be required to pay into the account after the first year after consummation for payment of taxes, insurance, and assessments. F, the estimated amount the consumer is likely to pay during the first year of taxes, insurance premiums, and costs. Costs assessments labeled non-escrowed property costs over year one, with a descriptive name of each charge and a statement that the consumer may have to pay other costs that are not listed. G, the total amount disclosed as the initial. This amount is a cushion for the escrow account. H, the amount the consumer will be required to pay into the escrow account with each periodic payment during the first year of the loan. I, creditors complies with the numerical disclosure requirements if it bases them on amounts derived from the escrow account analysis required by Reg X. If applicable, a statement that the consumer will not have an escrow account and the reason why the account will not be established, and the fact that the consumer will be liable for taxes, insurance, and assessments, and that the consumer may contact the creditor about the availability, of an escrow account. If there is no escrow account established, this is point K, an itemized table titled No Escrow with the following information. And L, the total taxes, insurance, and assessment payments known to the creditor that the consumer will have to pay over the first year of the transaction. M, the amount of the escrow waiver fee the creditor charges for not establishing an escrow account. Escrow account -future, these disclosures must be made under the reference in the future. A statement that the consumers' property costs may increase, and as a result, the escrow account may increase. C, and a estimate that the consumer may be liable to cancel any escrow account that has been established, but then would be responsible for payment of all the property costs. And D, a description of the consequences that would result if the consumer does not pay the property taxes, including the actions the state or local governments may take if taxes are not paid, and actions the creditor may take if property costs are not paid, including purchasing property insurance, and may be more expensive than purchased by the consumer themselves. Adjustable payment table, adjustable interest rate table, loan calcs, and other disclosures. Questions, notice, contact information, signature statement, and when there are multiple consumers, all needs to be referred to. But I'm actually not going to go into all of that right now.